I'm Old Head Ed.
And I'm Mr. Beleaf. And we like to welcome y'all to Barcodes. Barcodes is a podcast where we delve into the lyrics of your favorite MCs, verse by verse.
Each episode, we invite an artist onto the show,
break down their own bars, and give the listeners a deeper understanding of the meaning and inspiration behind their music.
From underground up-and-comers to established industry veterans.
We cover it all. So join us as we explore the art of emceeing and the stories behind the bars on Barcodes.
Barcodes. Back at the building. I am Old Head Ed.
Mr. Beleaf.
Yes, sir. And we're back with another episode. Another esteemed guest, esteemed MC. And for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, this is where we allow an MC of the stature to get into a verse, a detailed, complex breakdown of what it takes to put together a verse. All the intricacies. Yes, and the ins and outs of how you came up with such a well-crafted verse. And this week we have none other than
Leo DaVincci in the building, y'all.
Peace, y'all. How's it going, my bros?
We're doing well, man. How are you doing?
Chilling, man.
Glad to hear it.
Happy to be here.
Yes, feeling is mutual for sure. We're glad you made it up this way and brought something to share with us, man. That's pretty dope.
Sure,
we're gonna get into the methods track.
Methods, track? Like that's the one that you brought for us, right? It's the one that's featuring Steege.
Yes.
Methods is not a feature. Methods is actually
it's a crew because it's 172.
My bad, I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. I actually like to talk about that because there isn't a feature with Chris, man. Sorry, with Steege. Chris, don't get mad at me. I'm gonna keep saying your name. No, I'm just kidding. So that's my brother, man, and he's an elite pen, one of the best that I've ever messed with, and not just because he's from Kendall, but we have so much work together that it was like, yo, why don't we just stop featuring each other and call it something? And the common denominator with me and him is that we live on 127th Avenue.
120. I said 172. 127. My bad, Chris. I mean, Steege.
He's getting mad now. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, man, that's that. I grew up on that avenue, so did he. He still is very close there. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what do you think about this? And we spell it like this. And he's like, yo, it's a done deal. Let's get it. And I'm like, for sure.
Yeah, man, he definitely has a serious pen. I worked with him many times. You know what I'm saying? That's the homie, yo. Like, we used to play ball and everything together. And, he was on the show, too, man. And he broke down a lot of stuff, too. And all I got to say is that there's nothing but fire that comes out of that dude's thought process. So,
yeah,
definitely. And
yeah.
So you came over here and you brought up your verse off of a track that y'all did together, right?
Yeah, Methods.
Now, what is the I'm pretty sure people are asking what is the group name or like the name for y'all together? Is that what it is? Methods?
No,
it's 127.
127.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so that's what it is. All right.
Cool. And you set this song off. This is you set the tone on this song.
I had one of our DJ friends, which that's why the song is called Methods. DJ Methods gave me the sample.
Okay.
And we had like a day where we just chilled, and he's like, "Yo, I got all these samples," and he's not a producer, but he's looking to be. Basically, is already. You know what I mean? He already has everything picked out. He just needs to put them together. But he showed me a few, and I was like, "Yo, that one right there, that one I could flip it and make it into some like Caribbean." Roots vibe. And he's like, all right. So that's basically, I was like, you know what? I'm going to set this off, send it to Steege, see how he likes it. By the time he returned it, which was the same night, I was like, we're just going to call this Methods.
And so you produced the track, right, off of the sample that Methods provided.
Yeah.
All right, bet. Yo, I'm excited to hear what it is, man. Like, you ready to get into the verse?
Yeah, I mean, I think he covered the inspiration,
the whole backstory.
The backstory. Yeah, man. Let's jump into it. Yo, Methods 127.
So you just recite 4 bars, and then if you want to unpack what it is.
So it starts out with, my energy's phenomenal. Words connect like dominoes. Death is getting kind of close. Fuck it, yo. Vamonos. Puffing out kaleidoscopes. I don't even try to boast. Passing go, collect the dough, see me once, and then I'm ghost.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
See, you could tell the bounce in the in the bars.
The
You know what I'm
cadence,
saying? Like
yeah,
the
yeah.
cadence and the bounce, yo. Like,
Definitely.
Which to me is important, bro. You know, over the years, it's not about what we started out is I need to say the most ridiculous shit to get everybody's attention, be the hardest motherfucker, and the more I kept producing and being in the realm of making music, it's like it's not necessarily about that. It's kind of like the conversation we had about Rakim. Doesn't need to curse, but it sounds so hard.
Power, there's an impact to it, yeah.
And flow is, come on, who isn't inspired by Biggie and Eminem and everybody with the ill flows, Guru,
Yeah.
you know, and so on.
Yeah.
Facts, definitely facts. So you said my energy's phenomenal. Words connect like dominoes. Death is getting kind of close. Fuck it, vominos. Like that's like a welcoming whatever comes around. At least that's what I get from that last line or the second line there, where whatever happens, yo. Let's just go if we're gonna go there. You know, that's what I get from that.
I mean, it's not something I keep hidden, but I've been with health issues since 2016, a little bit earlier, but it wasn't official in 2016, and death has been part of the doctor's vocabulary. So to me, it's like, at first that shit brought depression and things like that, but after having certain conversations with Dilla's mom, shout out to Maureen, I had the honor of speaking to them and noticed that it was like, you know what? You got to roll with the punches. Here you have a legend's mom that continues a legacy, and if you speak to her, it's like speaking to somebody you love dearly, and they're calm and collected. Obviously, they're in pain, but the way they maneuver, I'm like, man, I have to take notes of this.
That's dope, man. That is like, yeah, the Dilla Foundation. And yeah, it's, you know, going through something like, you know, their experiences with, you know, losing Dilla, that it's always, people when can find themselves in situations where they lose someone and then they kind of close down,
Right.
and they shut down. But it takes a strength to be able to take what from their experience and share and move forward and kind of like let other people know that this is something, but it doesn't mean it's the end. You know what I'm saying? And then there's ways around it. So that's dope that message continues to like kind of like permeate from them. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That's fresh. Yeah, definitely.
Round of applause for that.
Yeah, man. So my energy's phenomenal. Words connect like dominoes. So you're already off the top. You're saying, you know, when it comes to rhyming, you've got this energy, I imagine. And then you're putting these words together. South Florida, most places, dominoes is a thing. You know, Cuban culture, you know, Hispanic culture, dominoes is kind of like, you know, it's a given down here. And then you touch with the fact that, you know, you're hearing this from professionals, that you're like, that word is more in conversation than most people of us would like to hear it. So the fact it's kind of close, but you're saying, yo, fuck it, I'm gonna push forward regardless.
Right.
Yeah.
And the energy comes from, you know, being a producer and also a mentor. Like I'm the one who sets the tone. So literally set the tone on the beginning of the song, the idea, and overall, it's not just hip hop. It's more like, you know, I understand that my energy is unique. So when I walk in through the room, I want to be welcoming.
Yeah.
You know, even though some people might be a little shocked or something about what I'm saying, and what I'm bringing, or what the whole entity of Leo DaVincci is. But it's just like, nah, man, like, I'm approachable. You know what I'm saying? Don't let that make a wall for no reason. It's doors, not walls.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Facts.
Puffing out kaleidoscopes. I don't even try to both. So kaleidoscopes, it's I imagine there's a smoking reference in there.
Yeah.
Kaleidoscopes are the tubes that you used to look through, and then you'd see like prisms in all different colors. So you're just, that's in association with the size of the blunt to the...
That and what I'm exhaling, which is
okay.
not just the breath, but the lyrics.
I was about to say, what are you smoking if you're seeing like you're looking through a kaleidoscope?
Because if you have that image of it, that's fire.
Yeah,
that's that loud. But if there was an image to that, you'll see my words turning trippy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Which it'll come back as one. It'll look like a crazy image at first, but then it comes back and it's whole, and you're like, oh.
And comes back in.
Okay.
Passing, is that the?
Yeah, that's what, yeah.
Pass and go, collect the dough, see me once, then I'm ghost. So like, this the way I get that is that, you know, you come over here, get your money, and you out. You know what I mean? Like that. There's no sitting down, politicking after that. It's like, hey, look, I'm here, did my job, time to go. Give me the money.
That's in certain situations, not always like that.
Yeah.
And a good example is a relationship I have with you. Like, you told me years ago, yo, let me get a verse, let's collab and this and that.
Yeah.
I think 10 years passed, and then you reminded me again, and I was like, yo, it's on. You know, because that door was always open. But there's certain situations, certain, you know, songs or production that I do that I only see that person one time, and then I'm gone. But it's like, you know what? I have to keep it going.
Yeah.
If you want to come back and catch the train again, I'm down. But for now, I'm ghost.
Got you. Yeah.
Pass and go.
Yeah.
That's it. Fuck it, yo, vamonos. I mean, it's, to me, that's why it brings me back to the fourth line at the top where it said, he's like, yo, fuck it, yo, vamonos. Let's just go. Like, I have to continuously move. I can't stop it. Like you said, that's a pretty dope analogy with the train. It's like, you gotta
It's like a tie back.
Yeah,
tie back to like the two lines before.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then it's like, we got to keep this thing moving. The train has to keep moving.
Exactly.
True. Dope. Okay. Let's get into the next four then.
So, rolled my stress, took a toke, typical antidote. Fuck the world and the Pope. Relax, bro. It's just a joke. Subliminals that catapult. Minimal but difficult. Capital or inner scope. I'd rather stay spiritual.
Man, okay.
All right.
Go.
Let's see. All right, so we're falling back into the weed references. Was rode my stress, took a toke, typical antidote, and then fuck the world and the Pope. Relax, bro. It's just a joke. Like because people that are religious or for the Pope, in sense that's Catholicism. I'm pretty sure they'll jump out of their seats you saying something of that nature.
Literally.
But then
Yeah.
I mean, but that's a fact, man. I mean, but subliminals that catapult, minimal but difficult, capital or inner scope. I'd rather stay spiritual. Now, is this is this have any relevance to any like past offers or deals or anything that you may have come across during your career? All right, unpack that, man. Let us know what's going on.
So, I think since I have to say that being a teenager is a child. So as a child, everything was like, yo, something happens, especially if it's bad, I'm smoking my life away. You know, I'm going somewhere else. So that's where the first part comes from. And, it's my typical way out, my typical antidote to any situation that has fucked with me, that I couldn't handle because back then, mental health wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
And if you said something similar to it, you will be clowned.
Yeah.
That's not the case anymore. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And the whole fuck the world and the Pope is, that's kind of like a Tupac reference, to be honest. He was always on some, like, you're not in my lane, you're not seeing my vision, then fuck the world. And I just added the Pope to it, which is like, a little bit extra sauce on it. My mom is super Catholic. You know what I'm saying?
She jumped out of her seat when she heard that shit.
She
she heard that shit and she just like, oi!
She's like, what did you just say? And I'm like, yo, it's, I'm playing with the words. I'm not insulting him. Relax. It's just a joke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that by then, I'm already catching your attention in a way that's kind of like saying, kill, 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 murder, murder, murder. But I didn't have to say that.
Yeah. I like the fact that so going back to rolled my stress, took a toke, typical antidote, you were just describing something that takes you away. It's kind of like an escapism. And when you do that, you're pretty much saying, yo, fuck, like, in that moment, I could see where somebody could escape everything, me, including the world and all its rules. And if it's the Pope that lays down rules for, in spirituals beliefs.
Go ahead, Ed. Go ahead, Ed.
Yeah, you're like, yo, I'm leaving all this behind. So not necessarily, fuck the Pope, but it's like I am leaving this behind. Like I need to get away from this as far as possible. And then on top, I like the fact that you said if somebody's already said the "fuck the world" term has been used. Biggie with Method Man, "fuck the world, don't ask me for shit." It's something that so now you want to, like you said, you want to like emphasize it a little more with. Oh, and by the way, the Pope can get it too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
exactly, that is a beautiful breakdown, bro. I appreciate that both of you are breaking it down like that because sometimes, if not a lot of times, I try to be very simplistic, but there's hidden shit all there all the time. But I let people take that. Once I release something, that's your perspective now. We can do this. This is special.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is where it comes from me, but to you, it meant something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Which I'm fine.
that's one of the greatest things about this podcast is that, you know, like when this record was released and everybody heard it, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's their perception. They in any verse. It doesn't even have to be particularly this record. It's like with any verse, when you hear the verse, you have your own perceptions of it, right? And then here, it's like you're getting it from the horse's mouth. You know what I'm saying? You're getting it directly from the artist.
Source, yeah.
But like even if it does work for you, the other way, just grow with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, one thing that I love about that line too is like, I love when artists kind of break the fourth wall, right? Like, so, because you're already in the momentum of rhyming or whatever, and you're like, yo, fuck the world and the Pope, and then you just kind of like turn around, like go to the camera and be like, relax, bro, it's a joke.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I love when,
So
when artists do that.
Yes, because in a way you're addressing what people are gonna think when they hear that. So
Yeah.
it's like, listen, I'm just joking. But then let me get back to
And then you jump right back
so
into
that, yeah,
it.
that's pretty dope.
Which, you know, I always think of things of when people will see this live, and that is just, you know, it's almost like from a theatrical thing. When you see me do that in front, you'll be like, oh, it's like a wave pushback of like, yo, this guy's funny.
Yeah.
Or this guy has some type of humor to this. I like the way this story's going.
Yeah, that's what's
You know
up.
what I mean?
Yeah, that is dope. That is dope. That's another thing too that we don't discuss enough on this show. Songs that are written in the sense of like I'm writing this from a performance standpoint, as opposed to like, yo, this is just something like we spoke off mic where it was just like, this is just some therapeutic shit that I need to get this off, and it necessarily might never thrive on a stage or might not ever work on a set.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's interesting.
Yeah, we've had a few artists that had stated like, okay, now that this line was up,
I was here.
more or less.
Was here for that?
Yeah, I think Jigs was one of them that.
Oh, that's right.
stated
Yes,
that,
yes, yeah.
But,
Shouts to Jigs.
Yeah, shout out to John Jiggs, man. But yeah, like a lot of artists, they'll do that. They'll have the performance in mind when writing.
Putting together,
like
yeah.
some artists have the video in mind when writing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like whatever inspires at the moment,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
So that, you know what, I can incorporate that in the first question. I'm like, I'll start incorporating
definitely.
that. That's
Future
it. We
episode.
upgraded. Thanks.
Yeah, we're
DaVincci.
We're growing. So before we wrap up this segment here, capital or Interscope, I'd rather stay spiritual. My mind goes to when the whole you sign to a label, you sell your soul. And so I perceive this line was like capital or Interscope, I'd rather stay spiritual, meaning you're going to choose to stay away from both of them just to
Not to
keep
lose your soul, not to
keep
lose
your
your
soul.
spirit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we live in a era now that we're lucky enough that we can call our shots. You know what I'm saying? Going after these labels now, especially at my age, like it's I'm not trying to be your employee. I'm trying to make your a partnership.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which a lot of people talk
Strong.
about that. But 21 Savage literally had something right now that I see going viral saying like, yo, I can give somebody X amount of money,
Yeah, I see that.
$300K, and they'll literally give me their entire catalog just because they want that $300K.
Yeah.
I'm not good with that. What I'm good with is like I was saying, the partnership, and let me get. He literally said 90-10 on the publishing or the admit deal, which is, you know, giving you all the power. And to me, it's like, yo, this guy, he really didn't have to say that, especially from his culture, from his era. Like, I was like, yo, applaud. That's a motherfucking boss.
Yeah, but what if it was the opposite? What if he was just saying the opposite? Where you just interpreted it wrong?
No, it was.
Nah, just playing.
Then
Well, he gotta come up-
He has bars.
Yeah,
That was cool.
But
yeah. Let's get into the next 4 bars then.
We got how you 40 posting guns with a daughter and a son. You ain't Pac Anderson, probably just Paddington. The underground made you dumb. You speak the truth. You speak truth, then tell me some. Right?
Okay.
My bad for fucking that up.
Nah, you're good.
all right. So I guess this is you kind of like addressing some of the artists that are out there with the guns and stuff like that at an older age.
Right.
When essentially they have kids and like they're essentially family men, and you're kind of calling them out like, oh, why are you running around here, you know, toting guns and shit like that?
Right. I mean, you're a leader now, bro. You've been a leader ever since you planted that seed, literally. And I'm not a father, but I'm a teacher and mentor. So I see, you know, I don't want to get too much into detail of that. That could be a whole other podcast, but I could see the wrong of parents when they're not leading and guiding their seed right, bro. I see it all the time. I know things that the parents don't know. Yeah. And then to me, it's like, yo, this is crazy. Wow. But, like, it's accountability and responsibility. If hip-hop wants to grow up, then we have to grow up, too. You know what I'm saying? And
that's a bar right there, yo. Put a round of applause for that
one. Yeah, man. Mos Def said it on Black on Both Sides. He's like, you want to know where hip-hop's going? Ask you where you're going. Where you been? How you doing?
Literally, bro. That lives in my mind. And to me, it's like, I've changed so much. Like, literally, I welcome when somebody tells me, yo, you changed so much. And it's like, yes, my dude.
That's the purpose.
I'm not trying to be that same person. And I love this quote, the only time that people don't want you to change is because they're still in love with that person they met. But I'm changing, bro. And I'm embracing that. And I'm embracing everybody else who wants to change. Like, yo, the change leads to healing. That's what I'm on, man.
Yeah. Indeed. Then you go into You Ain't Pac Anderson. That's a flip from Anderson Pac, but you're including Tupac. Is that what's going on there?
It's kind of like a comma. You ain't Pac Anderson.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you think you're this Pac, but you're not even this one.
Got you. Okay. Fresh. Okay. Probably just Paddington Bears, you know, school, cartoons, you know, elementary books that you would normally read in elementary is like very young. So you're not even, you're further back. You're not even this or that. You're even further back than that.
You're probably softer than the hard image you're putting out.
Got you. Okay.
And it's okay. It's okay to do that. Like, you don't have to be this macho dude all the time. When the camera comes on, you're this personality. I am a different entity. I could admit that when it comes to the music and the production and all this. But it's very close to the real person. Kind of like Seven Star was saying. We only allow you to know this certain amount of me.
Yeah.
And I hopscotch between that.
Got you. Okay. The underground made you dumb. You speak the truth and tell me some. Yeah. Okay. So that's interesting.
Because I'm wondering, like, all right, the underground made you dumb. Like unpack that. Like I would like to know.
Yeah, because
me and Ed briefly spoke about this, and it's like hip hop in general and the underground. You know, we're below what the standard is of what typical radio hip-hop is. But the underground, especially, there's a lot of knowledge that's not there. So you think that just spitting and having hard beats is enough? No. Can you arrange? Can you come up with concepts? Do you have to kill everybody every song? Do you have to be like the illest motherfucker when it comes to your bars and metaphors and that? No, you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? You can also sound ill talking about a flower if you want to, bro. Take it there. I want to see you. I want to challenge you. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously that's an extreme example, but
that would be interesting if somebody could pull that off. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure somebody can, man. Jean Grey, somebody, one of those people. But it's like, you didn't want to grow up. You didn't want to keep learning because you want to stay there. You're afraid of evolution. I'm not, bro. I'm one of my quotes always is, I'm always evolving, you know, and the music has to evolve too, bro. You know?
Then you go into speak the truth and tell me. So, we got that. All right. So then it's the next 4 bars.
So, on just to recap that one, is like, yo, you say you're the truth. Show me.
Okay.
It's not literally speaking it, but show me
got you.
With action, you know, with accountability too. You know what I'm saying? You made a mistake, talk about it, right? That's a whole other song. Mistakes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Actually, shout out to my students at Guitars Over Guns. They actually made a song called Mistakes, and it's probably one of the illest songs I ever produced. and it's a rock song.
Wow.
Shout out to them. Yeah, one of them actually just got a scholarship, and the other one is building me a guitar.
Oh, shouts.
How nice are they? Next 4, to me, there's no comparison. Your ego needs medicine. Then again, my sentiments, mental health benefits. Let go of all that petty shit. Return to your excellence. So, before you even ask me, if you notice through the song, I might be poking. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't want to point it out there. I was like, this seems direct over here.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not one person.
Yeah.
If I told you it's actually to me, then you'll understand a little bit more. But if the shoe fits, my bros, wear that shit.
Yeah.
Like, and let's have a conversation. But to me, it's like my ego needed medicine. I calm that motherfucker down. I look at myself in the mirror, but then I walk and I go into, situations, studio, performances, and this and that, and the ego is like the Superman S on people. And it's like, okay, bro, that's cool. Which, in turn, I had a long time accepting that, because you have to accept people how they are. You know what I'm saying? Especially your friends, especially those you break bread with, especially your family. You know what I mean? And if we have that conversation about ego and you're insulted, we really need to have that conversation, bro.
Yeah.
Because it shouldn't be clashing with you.
It's got a more of a hold on you than you think it does.
Right.
Yeah,
bro.
gotcha.
And I'm guilty of that. But now I welcome that situation, and it's like, there's nothing like having a conversation with a teenager or a child. They'll tell you the fucking truth. You know what I mean?
What's crazy in my own personal experience, like, I think it's called shadow work. I think that's what they refer it to as shadow work, where it's like, if you hear me on record, you hear this kind of version of me that's like very egotistical and all that kind of stuff like that, because it's like, it's kind of shedding that out of my my regular personality.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I think a lot of people do that, but sometimes, since hip hop is, I know people say it's not a sport, it's a culture. It is a culture, but like, there's sportsmanlike conduct and behavior in this realm.
Yeah.
And so, of course, egos are going to be there, but that's basically my take on this. It's like, when I heard that, I was like, all right, that shadow work is probably one of the dopest thing an MC can do. You know what I'm saying? And don't 100%. Just judge a book by cover. When you hear a rapper like that on record, chances are they might not even like that in person. It's the ones that are in person that act like that you got to look out for. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I left it in a way where anybody that knows me, any person that I've collaborated with and feels like they're offended by it, I'm down to have that conversation, because at least by the end of our conversation, you'll have some perspective of, take off your cool, bro. Take off your cool, and it's okay. I'll still give you the alley-oop, because I need to guide that energy that you have that's unique to do what you do, bro. You hire a sniper, you're going to get sniped.
My takeaway, I like to let go of all the petty shit. It goes back to, like, get off your cool. Don't be so abrupt, don't let the ego guide the way. But I like the return to your excellence, meaning that, is that because you feel that we all come, like, the origin is an excellent place, we just have to go back to it?
That's a cool way to take it, but to me, it's like anybody who truly loves you and wants to see something add up, you know what I'm saying, and have a result at the end. I might be poking you, but it's because I fucking care. You know what I'm saying? At the end, are you done? Did you wash your face already? All right, now get back to your shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, the last thing you want is someone to be indifferent. The moment that somebody's indifferent about what you're going through, then they could care less, and it's like you're no concern to them.
Sure.
If people feel over concerned or under concerned, is one thing, but if they could care less, that's like, that indifference will kill shit. So it's like, if you could approach somebody and have a conversation with them, and they might take it the wrong way,
right.
But ultimately it's like you said, it's something that had to be conversation that had to be had. And they could walk away from it thinking, I really don't like this guy.
Right.
But there'll come a time in their life where they'll encounter that situation where they're like, oh shit, now I know why he said it.
Right.
Or now I know why it made me feel uncomfortable because I wasn't in the right place.
It's that aha moment.
Yeah.
And shit.
Yeah, the epiphany.
Aha.
That and I'm not being the yes man. You know, and if you have that sparring partner, if you have that person you go play ball with, and they're not challenging you, or you're not being challenged together, then we're not growing, bro.
Right.
We have to play in the uncomfortable arena.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. And the last 4 lines.
So my pen moves elegant, body like an elephant. If money was irrelevant, I would have just embellished it.
Okay. Break that down.
So, you know, the pen, man, that to me is like, I don't want to compare it to a weapon, but it's definitely like, I'm proud of that shit, you know, and that's where you'll see my pride, that I take my time with it. I really think of intricate things. I really think of the double, triple entendres, things that I would say, and I would probably let you figure that out, because I just want to. It's kind of like a mastermind type of thing. Like I'm playing with the way that you're taking this, and it's cool. It's okay to do that. At the same time, I'm not being pretentious either, you know. But I do know that I could write beautiful shit, you know, and battle rapper shit, you know, which most of us started with. I'm gonna make fun of myself before you make fun of me.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I embrace it because if you're comparing me to I was born in Nicaragua, León, which is a city of lions, in translation, but physically I chose the elephant because if that motherfucker's majestic. He to me is truly the king of the jungle in the sense of how smart they are. How they trace their steps going back and forth, how they take care of their whole tribe, how happy they get when somebody's birthed. That shit is deep to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And what a more amazing and phenomenal animal to compare myself to. You're seeing the physical, I'm seeing everything else. You know what I mean?
Dope.
They also remember everything and shit.
Right.
Apparently.
And I'm that motherfucker.
He's like, I remember you, motherfucker.
I remember
money-
you like salt and vinegar.
If money was irrelevant, I would have just embellished it. Where are we going with that one?
So if it really didn't matter, I would be lying my ass off. But the money does matter. You know, I do care about getting paid for my work. I do care about my credits. I do care about, you know, anything that has to do with the craft that's going to help me feed myself, help me feed my family, pay the bills. But if it wasn't, I would be lying my ass off because I'll still be chasing the paper, but in the wrong way. You know, and I'm not chasing it. This is something that I have many conversations with my brother Danny Keys from the Pushers. Amazing producer, amazing person overall. And linking up with him almost 10 years ago, he was like, yo, we're going to step into this new realm because he's the one who brought me over to not do hip-hop specifically. It's pop, reggae, Latin with him. And I was like, hell no, I'm not doing that shit. But that shit changed my life. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, even though we're doing all these other lanes, we're not chasing the bread. What we're chasing for is excellence. And I was like, damn, Dion, damn, prime time. You know what I mean?
Danny Keys is pulling out the Bruce Lee. He's like,
Yeah.
you must be like water.
Yo, that was Methods. 127.
Yeah,
Mr. Steve, Leo DaVincci.
Can we say one more thing?
Please.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
The hook is very important.
Let's do that.
All right, let's do the
So remember who you think you are ain't who you really are. You're better off taking it slow because you're capping on the kitty bar saying that you're really hard, but you and I both know.
Yeah.
Again, that is directed to myself. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, though, like, people did call me like, yo, why are you saying this about me? And it's like, yo, I know you. We collaborate. Why would I be saying that about you? But did it pinch you?
They're calling you. They're like, yo, man, what's up?
Yeah. And I was like, yo, it's far beyond that. But if this is pinching you, again, let's talk about it. But I myself caught embellishing my shit. You know what I'm saying? Talking a little bit extra of what it is. But I know who you are, bro. I know where you grew up. I know your parents. Sometimes I know their wives. You know what I'm saying? Because they're motherfuckers have grown up. And it's like, I know your child too, bro. I know where you came from, and you're not that.
Yeah.
So
You got niggas right now being like, how you know my wife, bro?
you introduced me.
Yeah. But I mean, and I think what makes you capable of doing that is because you're starting with yourself first.
Right.
That's
Absolutely.
why it's not the conversation you're having with someone else is not a conversation you wouldn't have with yourself. And it's dope because you go, but you and I both know because you are him and he is you.
Right.
You're like and it comes down to this. I think the same thing when you're dealing with people that work on the same craft that you do. It's like we're the same person, in the sense that we're here utilizing this form of expression to express who we are and then kind of bring us into a community.
Right.
So we're not that far off. There might be differences, but we're not that far off. At the core, it's all the same.
Yep. Facts.
Dope. I'm messing with that. Yes. Barcodes approved.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, let them know where they can find you at, man.
On all streaming platforms, if you want to hit up the IGs, DaVincci with 2 C's _ hi-fi. Bandcamp, same thing, leodavinci.bandcamp.com. And man, if you see me, just reach out. Let's have this conversation.
For sure,
right.
for sure.
Shout out to Atlantic Barbershop
Yes.
for hosting us today. Always love
the
Shout out to my
peoples.
brother Steve. Shout out
Yes.
127.
Steve.
Shout out to Kendall. All day, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Methods. How you doing,
Methods.
DJ Methods?
What up, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all know what the deal is, man. Rate, share, comment, like, subscribe.
All that good
Throw a
shit.
comment up in there, man. Make sure you look into the description. You're going to find more details about DaVincci, the man himself. And stay tuned for the next episode.
Yo, for sure, man.
Barcodes.
My energy's phenomenal. Words connect like dominoes. Death is getting kinda close. Fuck it, yo. Dominoes. Puffing out kaleidoscopes. I don't even try to boast. Pass and go, collect the dough. See me once, then I'm ghost. Roll my stress, took a toll. Typical antidote. Fuck the world and the Pope. Relax, bro. It's just a joke. Subliminals that catapult. Minimal but difficult. Capital but in the scope. I'd rather stay spiritual. How you 40 posting guns with a daughter and a son? You ain't Pop Anderson. Probably just Paddington. The underground made you dumb, you speak the truth, tell me something. To me there's no comparison, your ego needs medicine. Then again my sentiments, mental health benefits. Let go of all that petty shit, return to your excellence. Pen moves elegant, body like an elephant. If money was irrelevant, I would've just embellished. So remember who you think you are, ain't who you really are. You're better off taking it slow, cause you're capping on the kitty balls.